Hi. Normally I talk about game design decisions, Space Station, and I usually focus on the big things, antagonist design, map design, different designs of different servers. But today I'm just going to go over a bunch of somewhat minor things that I think are in need of changes. None of these will be related to each other, most of them will be random, and these should be a bunch of mostly minor fixes, so let's get into it. First of all, player prediction on guns needs to be a thing. For those who are unaware, whenever you swing a melee weapon, if you are within range of the person you're swinging, and your client says you're in the range of the person that you're swinging at, you'll hit them, even if the server doesn't agree. This is because Space Station is fundamentally a laggy game, and if you want proof, go to your settings and find the client-side prediction setting and turn it off. And you'll see what the server sees and why it's a horrendously laggy game. Guns, unfortunately, do not do this. You fire a gun, and it fires a bullet at a certain amount of time afterwards, depending on your ping, and if you hit, it is dependent on the server. I think this would solve a lot of combat issues and make guns a lot less, well, shit, if this was added to every gun in the game. I know RMC has this, and despite people making up bullshit in game about how, oh, it's bad, actually, it's really good. It equalizes lag in a game that, because of the nature of it, is always going to be laggy. I think they should add this to pretty much every gun in every server. If you need context for how horrifically minor these are going to be, if you play on a server and you make a map and you place a shutter that goes over a window that makes it impossible to click on the window when you're trying to close it, you need to not do map design. You need to fix that. That is so fucking annoying. This is going to be a weird thing to say, and I know someone's going to turn this into a political thing, but security should be blue. This helps them differentiate each other from the nuclear operatives, who are black and red. Security is red and black. Yeah, there's... I don't have to establish why that's a problem, right? Like, come on. You already have the blue suits in security. Just redesign most of their stuff to be black and blue. Like their suits, make them black. Their uniforms, make them blue and red and black. Like, it's not hard. It just needs to be mostly blue with black. Here's one that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Soap banana peels in pretty much every slip, besides the Sydney soaps and the Blue Space soap, and also Slipocalypse. Those should not result in someone dropping whatever item they're holding. I know, it's funny. And I agree, it's very funny. The problem is, pretty much it's exclusively used by antagonists and shitters to slip security officers. And it also adds a massive ping issue to where one person will have very good ping, place a banana peel, and it will already be slipping the guy that it's meant to slip because their game hasn't responded and updated the fact that the other player just put a banana peel down. Yeah. It's a ping thing. It's not interesting. I don't really see why a banana peel should be the best weapon in the game. And while it is funny for people to drop shit because the clown slipped them, it just causes a few too many problems. I don't know. Maybe make the clown's PDA into a drop shit kind of slip as well or something. I don't know. Just a thought. Here's one that I really don't think can be argued. The Guidebook's organization fucking sucks. Like, okay, I'm gonna use Funkies as an example here, but, like, this can apply to pretty much anything. So, this is organized fucking horrifically. Like, let me just go down the thing here. First of all, tables and references section. And I would put it in a thing here, but I'll go through this quick. Like, I'll put it in visual, but I'll do this quick, trust me. The tables and references section is fucking perfect, doesn't need any changes. So, rules section is fine. The new start here section, also completely fine. It's everything else. The station shift section is horrifically horrifically disorganized. For a reference, if I wanted to look up, say, every document in the game, including space law, SOP, and arresting procedures, rules of conduct, criminal records, and all that, I have to go to 5 separate fucking tabs within the thing. I have to go to SOP 101, I have to go to the security SOP, and the security training manual. Which, for reference, this is a rule thing on Funky. Because the security training manual is their meta shield, that's a rule thing on Funky. Okay, now I want to know what I could do legally on each alert level. Well, I have to go to the alert level section of SOP. Cool. I have to go look up space law. I have to go back down to the security section in an entirely different tab to get space law, which then has a lot of bullshit listing every crime with all of its annoying. And then I need to go to the crime list section. And the crime list section is far better and far better organized, but oh, I want to know what fucking timers I should put on for each of these. Well, for that, I have to go back to the space law list and look up the actual sentence, which could be included. It's a lot of clicking for shit that doesn't need to exist. Like, at all. The guidebook really needs reorganization, and I think the way to do this is to cram SOP, like standard operating procedure, into each job's research or a section on what you need to do in each section. I think that would really help. And I also think that, well, the entire chemist section just sucks. Like, for reference, we have chemist, botanicals, and it only lists botany shit. And then you have advanced brew medication, with no reference for any of the actual chemicals, right? You gotta scroll all the way down to the tables and references thing. Just put, like, a second version of the tables and references thing into the chemist area. Like, put the chemical thing into the chemical thing. It's not hard. Here's one. A-help? Like, the A-help relay itself should be entirely rewritten. The boink sound effect, as iconic as it is and funny as it is, should be replaced with something different. Why? Because I think the A-help relay is a massive contributor to a lot of admin player disagreements. For reference, the admin relay currently says a bunch of shit about how misusing this relay can result in administrative punishment and shit. Why does it need to say that? As an admin, what should you be doing? Should you be more concerned with a player A-helping and doing useless bullshit, and A-helping over, you know, useless bullshit, A-helping stupid shit, or just A-helping memes? Or should you be more open to a player who wants to report potential issues? Especially because several things in Space Station, such as anti-rolling, meta-grudging, and just generally being a piece of shit, as well as raiding. Yeah, by the way, raiding is way too easy. That should be reported. Every little thing should be A-helped, because it's trivially easy for an admin to determine if that's a thing. And the way the A-help section is worded, the A-help relay is worded, makes it really hostile. A new player would see that and immediately get turned away from using it. Instead, it should be rewritten to use this to get in contact with in-game admins. Use this relay for anything including questions, reporting rule breakers, confirming if something is allowed by the rules, or any other thing you believe that an administrator would help with. Included the rules that abuse of the relay would result in punishment. You don't need to put it in the relay. People who are going to abuse the relay will abuse the relay. Why would you put in a thing threatening people with administrative action when the people that abuse the relay won't care in the first place? People who don't read rules aren't gonna fucking listen to the "you might get punished for this." And realistically, how often is the relay even abused? Like, really? Why? You can't just ban them if they abuse the relay? This is like, it's not hard. Just rewrite it to be friendlier. And replace the boink with, like, maybe like a pop message, you know? Something neutral. Because the boink sounds really aggressive and really, really rude, especially when admins in Space Station will often help just to ask you questions about some other bullshit that took place. That's what they do a lot of the times. And the boink immediately puts people in defensive mode. It's like a horror game, and I'm not even kidding. The boink is loud enough, sharp enough, and abnormal enough to count as a horror game sound. And what that makes people do is it makes them react defensively. They think they're in some sort of negative situation when, in reality, the admin just wants to know what the fuck happened 2 seconds ago. It's not hard. Just rewrite it. Here's the biggest one that I think really fucks up every round of this type. Nuclear operatives should not be able to spawn unless there are a certain amount of security officers also guaranteed to spawn. Now, I'm aware that a lot of people often don't ready up, and this results in the round types being skewed and all that crap. I think this should be for every Nuke that's trying to spawn, there needs to be at least one security member. And when I say security member, I mean there should be any security cadets, obviously anyone in the security department, as well as the captain, the head of personnel, and trying to think of any potential other combat roles. Oh, salvage. Salvage should also count for this, because salvage are fighters by their own existence. This would create 0 of those issues where there's a Nuke's shift, and no one who wants to play sec just has to fucking get shit stomped because they don't enjoy the combat of the game. I feel like this one's a no-brainer. Like, obviously there's flaws, but something needs to be done about this. It's frankly the biggest issue with the game mode. Whether or not you think the game mode is good, or whether or not you like it, I'm sure you can agree that there's no fun in a TDM, small group of people murdering an entire station when there's no resistance on either side. It's just boring. Oh, another thing. More ghost rolls. Getting round removed right now is a massive issue because all of the ghost rolls fucking suck. For reference, the ghost rolls currently are very rarely an antagonist, which are good, but you can't add more of these because otherwise they'll fuck up the entire round. And becoming a roach or someone's pie, essentially spectator plus, or being the 5th sentient hydroponics tray. I think there could be a lot more interesting ghost rolls. I think a ghost roll where you spawn in as like a fucking sentient piece of trash or something could be interesting. Rolls, like, more shuttle rolls. More rolls that aren't just, hey, you are a spectator, but you can talk to people. That's boring. Anyway, with that, bit of a shorter video, I know, but yep, that's about it. I'd like to thank my channel members. Wakefield H, user faces, Lost Russell, Kitty Cat, Roster, Pledge, Pledge, Theory, Weapons, Warden, Fibber, Senior, and Say Theory, Latin. You too can support the show down below. Get some cool stuff, play games with me, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, let me know what you want to see next. And I'm also going to do that horror vlog thing. Yeah, I got hired at one of those scare places. I'm not going to tell you where because, obviously. But yeah, I'll just talk about my experiences there. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye.